So with y'all, happy Wealthy Thursday. It's getting real. You feel me? I have a funny story for y'all. You feel me? As y'all, you know, cruising through life on cruise control, y'all doing your thing. You feel me? Oh, there was a true story. You feel me? There was a time when I was out of state, right? That I went to a different state. You feel me? Close by, Dakota and all that other stuff, right? So the state that I went to, the dude that I was obviously working with. You feel me? Other than that, I wouldn't have been in the vehicle. You feel me? But there was another incident that he was trying to hide from, and he didn't really agree with it. You feel me? But he was a part of it. So we left. You feel me? So he was talking to me, but he's driving, looking at the phone, and I'm noticing this. You know what I mean? Like, this nigga reading line scripts. You feel me? Like, so I'm like, okay, he's one of them. You feel me? Like, so I'm finna flash. You feel me? So I handled my own. You feel me? I did my thing. We went down little routes and stuff like that. So we get to on our way out of we travel from out of this state to the next state, and he's talking to me like he knows my family, you know what I mean, from the ones that's over in Virginia and all types of stuff, right? So I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. Like I heard all this before. You feel me? Like, but I'm not amused by it. You know what I mean? Because he could have had a good report with him. But I'm more concerned if how what he's trying to do, where he's trying to get at. You feel me? Because I'm not giving no info. You feel me? So he we gets to halfway there. So mind you, he was married. You feel me? But he's doing this thing, and then he noticed his chick or his high girl. She starts asking a gang of questions about me. He don't like that because he knows already. You know what I mean? She's not interested in him no more. Then she starts letting it be known she knows exactly who I am. So I'm just chilling now. So what he did was he turned her off. So instead of her, you know what I mean, being with him, she left. She left. You feel me? She left. So we leave on, and I'm listening to his story while he's exposing this in the light. You feel me? Because she showed in the light who she was and what she's into. She was trying to get me to move out there where she was at. You feel me? So we make it to our destination, you know what I mean? And he's bringing up everything that he noticed. Like, we were in the restaurant, and all of these women have a certain topic. Like, they want you, they feeling you, like they digging you. I'm not telling him nothing about me. You know what I mean? Like I'm the light of the world. What are you doing right now? Like, I'm not telling him anything because I see what path he's already on, and I already know what I'm doing to him. You know what I mean? So I'm letting him figure it out for himself. So after all those signs, you know what I mean? He's seeing the women working, the women going in to eat, unify and everything, and just all eyes in my direction. You know what I mean? And he see me just quiet sipping on what I was drinking. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing that was, intoxicating. Like, obviously, I don't drink, or, you know what I mean? I don't, you know, especially with strangers. You feel me? Like, it's not on my mind. You feel me? So, and I don't smoke. You feel me? But long story short, you feel me? Like, it's it's funny because when we get to where we're getting, we run into some people that he knew, and I go in the house, and right away the woman, she had a baby, stuff like that. So the baby gets quiet, and then the baby looks at my direction. You feel me? The baby looks at my direction. So she's looking at my direction too, and then the dude that she had the baby from, because they still live together, they got their own thing they figured out and stuff like that. He's trying to toss her my way. Like, I don't want to deal with her. I just want to smoke, get high, and play video games, right? So I'm quiet. You feel me? They let me. I showered. We was over there visiting. You feel me? So I showered. We ended up going to the mall, and this was the cake, the cake taker, right? I went in the mall, and the whole mall was, you know how it is, you know what I mean? Y'all that's been seeing me around and everything, like, y'all know how it is, so you know already what happened. So all the dudes, they're looking, the real ones, they're like, yeah, you know what I mean? And then the other ones are like, you know what I mean, trying to hold on tight, like, baby, like, the woman is like, yeah, whatever, you feel me, like that. So from mother, daughter, grandma, like, everybody's just on it, workers, those shopping and everything, everybody on it. So we leave from that mall, go to a restaurant, right? So they're quiet, and all the workers, right? Because that restaurant, they was in uniform, so they coming my way. They're doing all, like, y'all know how y'all get. You feel me? So the dude started like, hey, why don't you give him the number? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And I'm looking like, it ain't time for that. And he's responding like this, and I just, I sneak it off and tell him, like, if they know who I am already, don't you think they already got access to my number? Like, what good is that gonna do for them, me asking them, or me doing this or doing that? You know what I mean? Like, oh, but just do it. So he see them being, kind, doing what they do. So I do what I do, you know what I mean? We get up, we leave, right? And the females, they doing what they do. And we leave. So traveling out, right? When we stopped at one of the parks, because I knew he was testing it out. He was testing it out. Like, I just took this nigga here. I just took him to a total different state right here. We just went to the damn mall. Now we're right here in a restaurant. Hold up. Something's up with this one right here. I need to see I need to start, you know what I mean? Like, so we go to a park, and then he sees the same thing. The females at the park with their families and everything like that. He sees it. And then he starts listening to what the hell they was talking about. Who I was that they knew about me. You know what I mean? So on our way back, his whole topic, his whole demeanor changed. And we ended up going to his spot, you feel me? Which wasn't his spot, it was one of his wife's spot at the time. That was his wife, right? So we're getting ready for Easter, right? So out of all the holidays, right? You feel me? Like, that was kind of like, it was good, you feel me? So we up there, his wife's cooking, her childhood, her best friend's cooking, you know what I mean? Then the other one comes in, you know what I mean? Everybody's right there, right? The kids is there, we playing, everything right there. I'm eating. The wife and her friend who was the friend that was married to him, they cooking, so they asking me to test taste. I'm test tasting. We having a full conversation. Her best friend, of the dude's wife, her son comes over. He's military, so they all talking. You know what I mean? And he's noticing, like, damn, they're too familiar with him. And it then popped to me to tell him, like, come on, you gotta catch on to this. Everybody knows who Christ is. Everybody knows this is a Christian country. Pull out your dollars. What is it gonna say? And God we trust. Pull out your coins. God bless America. Like, come on, you're not catching on to this. So he finally tells me, oh, her friend likes you. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at him like, idiot. Like, I'm a male. I already sensed that. Like, she already threw that out. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to cock block now. You know what I mean? So we're gonna to be continued for this, but it was a funny story so far. You know what I mean? I don't want to go over to even get close to 10 minutes, but I did. You feel me? So y'all right there and stay tuned. We just consider this part one of, I'll say the funnies,